Hi, all. This is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is icky, yucky, poo. Rainy, nasty, terrible, chilly. Doesn't feel like spring, feels like winter. I just turned the thermostat up and I'm freezing. Ah. Okay, so I'm going to do a special biotech report from A to Z. And today we're going to start with the A's. It's going to take a while. I obviously can't do every biotech, even if it takes me a month. I'm not going to do every biotech, but I am going to do a substantial number of them. Tonight we're going to do about six of them, I believe, from A to C or A to D, I don't remember. So let's get started. We're going to chart them. I'll tell you what I think of the charts. I'll tell you if I've been in them, if I have them on my watch list, if I own them, if I plan on owning them, if I think they're a good swing trade. Basically, I think biotech will be very, very hot, probably the hottest sector going forward for the rest of the year. I've been saying that all along. Hasn't happened yet, but I do think it'll happen. As usual, there's caveats with biotech, namely dilution, failure of trials, a better drug, all kinds of stuff. But the risk-reward ratio is sometimes compelling. And that's what we're going to look for, the compelling risk-reward ratio. As always, we own due diligence. My opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice. Please subscribe to this vlog if you haven't already. Please tell your friends about me, about the vlog. Please write comments, share the link, and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. All right, now let's get to those video charts. Now that I did all my housekeeping, so to speak. The Met game was just horrible last night. They go ahead in the 18th inning only to lose it in the bottom half of the 18th inning. Horrible. Even worse was my disqualification of my winning exacta in the Derby. I wheeled the favorite, and I would have gotten back $900 for 36. Sickening, sickening. All right. I probably feel worse about that than all tons of money I've lost on Geron back when it collapsed. No, probably not, come to think of it. All right, ABIO, let's take a look at that one first. As usual, we're dependably slow on loading for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's Verizon, it's the weather. I don't even have that many windows open today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows open. That should not cause a big problem. And it's still not loading. ABIO doesn't want to load. Let's try another one. We'll try acst. Maybe we'll get luckier there. No. It's just frozen. Oh boy. Stop screen sharing for a moment. And let's see, as soon as I stopped screen sharing, I got the screen. Isn't that strange? Maybe it's not so strange. I don't get it. What is going on? All right, am I in screen share or not? I don't think I am. Let's try it again. Page is unresponsive. You can wait for them to become responsive. I don't know. Screen share. What is wrong with this for video tonight? Other than why wouldn't it be wrong, considering the Mets lost last night, considering my horse was disqualified? So why shouldn't this video have problems? It's not working when I click it. Now this is freezing. All right, let's give it one more try. One more try. Sharing screen. If this works, it'll be a minor miracle, I think. Well, maybe minor miracles happen. We have Acad Pharma to look at, and I really wanted to look at ABIO first. Let's try it. Keep your fingers crossed. Something wrong with ABIO? I shouldn't have clicked that. Let's see if we can continue looking at CATS, ACARCA. Now we're there. Acadia Pharma, ABIO. All right. They have a heart failure drug in phase 2B trials, and it's for those very sick people that also have AFib. And let's take a look at the chart on this one. Let's try to take a look at the chart. Okay, it's loading. Maybe. Okay, it did load. What do you know? Okay, so we have a chart. And what we have is a big move to the upside from 4:30, from April 30th. This is a high of 527 on April 30th. So we've more than doubled since then. We have this big green candle. And I told you about big green candles that mark the end of a downturn. Usually they serve as tremendous support on a pullback. So we've had a pullback that just barely touched the green body of this great big candle. So I expect perhaps a little bit more, perhaps a little bit more of a pullback to the middle of this candle, right about here. That would be about 790, according to this number here, 790. So I would look to enter at 790, maybe a little bit higher, maybe 799 or $8. Actually, I don't even know if you're going to get that low because it closed at 1090. And its recent high, just 2 days ago, on May 2nd. What is going on here? May 2nd? I am very confused. May 3rd. What did it get taken out? I think this one must have been bought out or something. You see, I've been randomly going through biotech stocks and came across this ticker. But it looks to me like it hasn't traded since May 3rd, so it must have been taken out. Probably a buyout or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see if they have news. News. Four days ago. Oh no, May 3rd. That's correct. That's Friday, right? I don't know what I'm thinking. Sometimes Dr. J gets confused. I think I need some of these drugs. May 3rd, the high of the day was 1288. 1288. The low of the day was 10 and a quarter. Okay, so 10 and a quarter was the low of the day. I actually think it will go lower. And you could probably get a bargain. Maybe the high of the day here on March 6th, which was 990. Yeah, I think you can get in probably $1 less than the close, at least, maybe more. It's hard to say. The bottom line is, it looks like a good stock to be in, and it looks like you might be able to get in at a lower number than the close. Let's leave it at that, because I'm getting confused, Ed. I don't want to confuse you. So what would I would get in if you offered me $9? I'd say deal. If it pulls back to $9, I'm in. It doesn't have to pull back all the way to 790, even though I think it may. Then you're getting a bargain, because I think it will make a run, and maybe run somewhere into this candle, maybe the middle of this candle, or at least this open of 220, which was $16. I think you could see a run to the mid-teens, mid to upper teens on Acadia Pharma. I just like this chart. I mean, I don't know too much about the fundamentals. I've never charted this one before. I don't even know how I got to it. Perhaps someone recommended it to me. I don't recall. Or maybe it was on an old watch list and I just happened to run across it. But it looks very interesting. Very interesting. So I like that one. I will comment whether I like it, pass, because I'm going to look at a lot of different biotechs. I got to build a little momentum, because I'm taking forever looking at all of these biotechs. It's clearly in bullish territory. It is oversold, barely oversold, with an RSI of 70. It had been oversold with an RSI of 82. Probably back here. With an RSI of 70, it still is in oversold territory, and it could come down to an RSI of 65, which might correspond to a buck and a half lower than where it is now. That's another reason why it might be worth waiting for, to try to buy this cheaper. You always want to buy your swing targets as cheap as possible, obviously. So if you get in at 950 and let's say your stop loss is below the 50-day, that's 750. No, it's $7. That's $2.50 you're risking versus a chance to make $6, something like that. Not bad odds. You may have to sit with this a while as it may settle down. I don't think you're going to see such big bodied candles. It's going to slow down. So I think you'll get more normal sized candles, and it may take you a while before you make your money. But I think, say, $15, $16 is a reasonable target. Okay. I really think that I will be playing this. I'm going to be looking to play this one, ARCA. And notice it had real volume the last 2 days, dropped back to tiny volume on Friday. The volume is also a telltale sign of what's going on. So we want to see more volume than we had on Friday, even if it's going down. And buy somewhere above this line and sell it at $15. That's what Dr. J hopes to do. Okay, the next one. Hopefully this one loads a little quicker, acst. CST Pharma. What are they into again? Let's take a look, because I don't quite remember. They're going to present May 2nd, which means they did present. Severe hypertriglyceridemia. So they're going to be a competitor to Amarin? Maybe. So then another fish oil type drug. Okay. Maybe this one will be less controversial than Amarin. But it looks like Amarin could have competition down the road. What did they say? What trial were they in? Were they in phase 3, 2? What does it say? Ongoing phase 3 trial. Wow, they're going to be coming out with results soon. Amarin, better be careful. Okay, full screen. Take a look at the chart. What's the range? $1.80 to 43 pennies. It's kind of in the middle, closer to the bottom than the top. It's been in a nice descending channel, and it has support at about 80 cents, 79 cents. It's at 85 pennies. This looks like an interesting low that should provide good support at 80 pennies. So if you're going to swing this one, even if you got in at 85 pennies, 79 cents, 78 cents would be the 78 cents would be the target, the stop loss. And let's say you want to shoot for a higher today here. You want to shoot for 98 cents. So you want to make 13 cents, willing to lose 7. I like those 2-to-1 shots. So I like it as a swing trade. You could either shoot for that or you could let it ride till it hits the 50. I think that might prove to be resistance. That would be up around 95 cents. It's the same target. 95 cents, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. No, 95 cents. This is 99 cents. So you can let it go for 99 cents, 14 cents versus 7. Yeah, that's what I said. So you're looking for a target of about 99 cents. High of 98 cents. This is This is only 99 cents. Something looks wrong. High of 98 cents. Okay, I guess it's right. From here to there is 2 pennies. It's just drawn to a very big scale. Probably I should shrink it a little just to make it look better. Yeah, now it's more realistic. So we're looking for a 2-to-1 shot. You go in right where it closed at 85 cents, stop loss 78 cents, looking for 95 pennies, 99 pennies, rather, looking for 99 pennies. 2-to-1, 14 pennies versus 7. 14 cents on cents is a pretty nice yield, right? Yeah, it's about 18%. I'll take that for a quick gain. So I like the first two, ABIO, ACST, both looking like good swing trades. Achieve. Jigglypuff alerted me to achieve. So we have to look at it. We have to look at it, provided Verizon lets me look at it. I apologize for the slowness of the machine today. Achieve Life Sciences. Let's see what they're into again. An addiction drug. Oh, so they're competing with the Pfizer drug. Yeah, there's really only one other drug that's been approved that I know of, and that's the Pfizer drug, which has been the center of a lot of controversy, as you may or may not recall. People killing themselves, all kinds of problems with that drug, but it's still a viable drug. It has survived. But this might be better ultimately. So it's an interesting area. Looks like there's a need. That's the fundamentals. Let's take a look at the technicals. Some of the fundamentals. June is the earnings day, June 10th. So you have a month. I don't like earnings plays if you're going to be swinging. Most of the time, I don't like them, unless I do like them. All right, so what's the story here? It hit resistance and bounced down off of resistance. It's forming another upper trend line, more or less. It looks like if you want to swing with this one, you're looking to hit the top of the channel, and the bottom of the channel would be the stop loss. It's right about the middle of the channel. I don't know. I mean, it looks like an even money shot. If you were to go in now at a low of 430, probably you'd want to set your stop loss at about 4. So from 430 to 4, it's 30 pennies. And you take profit right up about 480, which is 50 pennies. Yeah, it's about an even money shot. If you like it, the fundamentals of this thing, I guess it's a good play. It's in a nice upward channel. So you can't knock it from that point of view. It looks like an interesting hold as opposed to a swing trade, I think, at this point. You could probably swing some of it, hold some of it, look for a continuation of this pretty long rally from all the way back here, really, from back in from the beginning of the year, even earlier. So we've had quite a nice rally. The RSI is almost oversold, but not quite, which is interesting also. It had been oversold. Maybe that's why it sold off as well. So it came up until the RSI was oversold, started coming down. Might be a good time to go in. I mean, it's basically in an upward, making new highs, higher lows. You know, there's nothing wrong with this. I can't knock it. I can't knock this one. It may be not as interesting a swing as the other two, but you certainly can't knock it. It looks pretty good. Fundamentals are interesting. The chart looks very strong. The only thing I can say, if you can look for a bargain, maybe try to get in a pennies cheaper, maybe 4.30. Well, that's only 2 cents cheaper. 4.25. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a good buy. It actually looks like a buy. It looks like a buy. The more I look at the chart, the more I kind of like it. So Jigglypuff, I think it is a buy. All right, so am I going to buy it? Probably not, because there's just so many good stuff out there to buy. And this is just one of many. That's the way I see it. acrx. This is the one that has an opioid sublingual tablet in trials. I think they evaluated it for safety and it came out very positive. So there's very few safety concerns, which is good. I don't know what phase you're in, maybe phase 2. Last time I made an error and said it was in phase 3. But if they just evaluated for safety, usually that's at the end of phase 1, right? So let's see. Let's look at the chart of acrx. A lot of my viewers are in acrx. I know I clicked it. So what's happening? Like, I'm scared to click it again. There we go. acrx. Up a dime, 3% to 366. Nice move. It went down very close to the 50, which is a support area. It's also on a nice trend line, right, which is similar to the support, so I'm not going to draw it. The 50 is basically support here. Verizon, give me back my chart, please. Come on. Loading, reloading, loading, reloading. I'm going to have to tell you an Alexa joke, so this keeps up to fill in. Okay, good thing it came back because you didn't really want to hear my Alexa joke. All right, maybe I'll tell it to you later in the next problem I have. So how does the chart look? It looks okay. It did what it's supposed to do. It bounced off of resistance with a long lower shadow, always a good sign. Not bad, not bad at all. I think it closed above. It closed above support here. Closed above this key level of 358. So I like it. 366. Heading up to the high here on 429 of $4. Going up, it does look good. This one's a nice one, nice chart, looks good. I like the way it's nestled in right above the 50. Okay, ACAD. So far, I'm bullish on everything that I'm looking at in biotech. I want to buy up biotech. Maybe I should just buy IBB and be done with it. Is there anything I don't like? Probably not. ACAD. They all have such nice stories. The charts are looking pretty good. Obviously, the market has come back, as has the IBB from the depths of despair. So there's hope going forward. And it's an interesting place to be, biotech. It's in every one of these stocks are interesting. Acadia is interesting. I think they're pretty far along now with their Parkinson's hallucinogenic drug, right? I think they're far along. I'm not sure what phase they're in. Let's see if we can get a hint from the, I can't even move this thing down. Oh, there we go. Earnings call May 1st. I don't want to look at that. So whatever it is, it is. I'm not going to find the answer because I'm so doggone slow with the loading and unloading, loading, reloading. So what the heck? What did it do now? I don't know. I was really wanted to know whether they're in phase 3 on this drug. I don't know. So the answer is I don't know. It went down after hours quite a bit on Friday to 25.10 from 26.52. And the reason, I think Baker Brothers are going to be selling, or they filed a form, as insiders to start selling. And also, I think the company needs to raise money, so they may be selling shares. So dilution is in the air. And that's probably why it went down. I think data results are coming soon, within like 3 weeks. But I wish I knew what phase. Probably a later phase, maybe phase 3. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. The candle on Friday was pretty good, right? Friday's candle was pretty good on 5-3. Nice candle. So it closed above the high of the day before. It had a pretty full body. It's a continuation of a full bodied green candle that was rather big green candle on Thursday. That was the key to the turnaround. So we had quite a big sell-off from the high of 28.67 to a low of 22.45. It's made a nice comeback since then, but there may be some selling on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you're interested in this one, maybe you wait for the dust to settle a little bit. Try to get in maybe at the high of Thursday, which would be 24.50 area. If you can get in there, it looks like a good buy. Of course, it's the data is going to be the answer, and that'll be in about three weeks, I think. So if you want to gamble on the data, maybe $24, 24.50 would be a good entry point. Maybe the Baker Brothers don't want to gamble on the data. Or maybe they want to gamble a little less. Whatever their reason is, I don't know. And maybe they won't sell. Just because you file that form doesn't mean you have to sell shares. All right, so ADMA, Adamas, is that their name? ADMA. I like Adamas, sounds better. ADMA Biologics. And they've had a steep decline running right into the 50-day on Thursday, a low of 432. Big bounce up to a high of 494, huge. Closed up 10% on the day. Look for a pullback to enter. This one looks like one I'd be very interested in entering at anywhere below 478. So if you can pick this one up at 470, it looks pretty good. Stop at 430, willing to risk 40 cents. Looking to get out at 550. Not bad. I think that's good. 85-cent potential gain, 40-cent potential loss. Why not? 2-to-1 shot. I do like this one for a swing trade. I like all of these pretty much for a swing trade. I'm going to try to wrap it up at this point, and try to do about 6 or 8 biotechs every day, hopefully with a speedier computer, one that doesn't make me wait 20 seconds to load a chart, or 30 seconds, or what seems like an eternity. So I just stopped sharing screen. And let's see where we are. I think I know what the problem is. I'm in 2 Hangouts at the same time. Maybe. Yeah, that might have been the reason everything was so slow. No, probably not. Yeah, it's still slow. I see the delay between my lips moving and the words coming out. So I don't know if that was a problem. Probably not. Hard to say. So some days my computer works like it's a brand new machine, and other days it works like it's old, like 50 years old. And some days Verizon seems to be really good service. Other days it seems to be very slow, like today. So this has been a somewhat happy Dr. J, despite being disqualified in the Daily Double, despite, not a Daily Double, exacta in the Derby, despite the Mets losing in 18 innings after going ahead in the top of the 18th. Despite all of that, I'm looking forward to Monday to making more money. That's the name of the game. Stay ahead of them. Don't get behind. Don't take big losses. Go for those 2-to-1 shots. I like those 2-to-1 shots. In the Derby, I liked the favorite, but he was 4-to-1, 9-2. I don't remember. And he really won rather easily. They never should have taken that horse down. There were 150,000 people in Churchill Downs. 150,000. I'd say half of them had that favorite. And when that result went up, there was booing like I've never heard booing before. When they took that horse down after 15, 20 minutes of the stewards going over the pictures, the films. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I think they made a mistake, but they tried to do what they thought it was right. I think he'll come back and prove himself in the Preakness and maybe even the Derby, the Belmont. The Preakness is a shorter distance. I think he should have no trouble wiring that field. Come to Belmont, that'll be his real test. And we could have had a Triple Crown winner, in my opinion. So this has been Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York. Please subscribe to the blog, tell your friends about me, write comments, give me a thumbs up. I apologize for the slowness of my computer and my charts loading so slow, but maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Sayonara, shalom, au revoir, arrivederci, ciao, hasta mañana.